Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing another May project where we'll be covering the topics of day 1, 2 and 3. So it's going to be like a full revision. And again, it doesn't mean that you've made 2, 3 projects, doesn't mean you can't make more mistakes. You're always welcome to make mistakes. I mean, it'll always be corrected. But that's how the mindset should be, and that's how it'll grow. Okay, so let's start. So it always begins with the doc type, as we know, HTML, and then we start the HTML tag, and then comes the head tag, within which will be the title tag. Here I'm going to write, so this is going to be a website for a hospital and its facilities. Okay, so Healthy Life Clinic is the name. As usual, the content, all of it is given by ChatGPT itself, nothing is made by me. After the head is done, let's move on to the body, and the body will have three parts: header, main and footer. So beginning with the header, in the header I will have the navigation tag. So first one I would like to keep starting with the anchor tag, href equals to, I'm going to keep hashtag about, and then I'm going to keep about here. Before that, I would actually write to add a h1 heading and write here Healthy Life Clinic. So yeah, after about I would like to go for a href equals, say I'll talk about the doctors right now. Doctors, here I will also like to change a to small, and then I'm just going to say doctors. And then I'm going to link one more to the contact, a href. You know what, I'll just link it to contact. The form I will not link it to anything. Okay, I'll tell you more about when I'm going on with it. So then I'm going to link this to contact, contact, and then here I'm going to write contact. So after this, what I'm going to do, the header part is done. Now I'll go to the main, and in the main I'm going to write the first one, that is the about part which was there. So I'm going to write that section id equals about, and in the under this I will keep a h2 heading saying about, and then I'm going to open a paragraph tag where I'm going to write welcome to Healthy Life Clinic. We provide quality health care with experienced doctors and modern facilities. Okay, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet for now. Could also the strong tag, all of that, but I'm just going to skip it for now. Okay, let me just add it. It's not going to take too long. So strong, yeah, much better. And then I'll just add one quick sentence to make it look more nice. Book your appointment online for quick and easy consultation. After this, I'm going to be done with the section, and then I would like to add an image src equals, and then I'll just go to quickly to Chrome, and then I will search for maybe image of a hospital. Okay, now random image I'm going to take. Okay, I'm just going to go with this. Open image in new tab, and then I'm just going to copy this link. Then I'm going to head back. And alt equals hospital image. Then maybe, yeah, the width, all of that looks fine, so I will not change anything. So yeah, that's fine. The image part is done. Next, I want to list services, which also I'll be doing under this section itself. Okay, no, I'll do in the doctor section actually. So section ID equals doctors, and then close that. Then I'm going to write H2 saying services and doctors. No, I'll just keep it like doctors. And then I want to make services a list. So I'm going to open, and first I'm going to write a H3 heading which says services. Then I'm going to go for the unordered list, under which I'm going to start my list. The first one would be general checkup. The next list which I am going for is pediatrics. The next, I'll show you the website, just hold on. Yeah, the next thing which I'm going to go for is dental care. The next list which I'm going to go for is eye checkup. The next list which I'm going to go for is vaccination. Okay, this is how it's doing right now. Okay, next I want to, before ending the section, I will also go for a table. So table, and then we're going to go for T head. Under T head we're going to go for TR. Under TR I'm also going to go for TH. There I'm going to write the first TH as doctor. The next TH I'm going to write department. The next TH I'm going to write available. T head I'm going to close, but the next T body I'm going to open. For that, its own TR, and in that I'm going to open TD. In that TD, the first one will be Dr. Meera. I'm going to write 3 columns, 3 sets, that's it. In that, the next TD will be general medicine, and the next one will be available. So TR and T body is done. No, sorry, T body is not done, just the TR is done, my bad. And the next TR I'm going to open, and here the next TD I'm going to open. Next one will be Dr. Rahul. Next TD will be dental. Next TD will be yes. Instead of available, I'll just write yes, because the heading is already saying availability, right? I mean available. So let's see how it's looking right now. See, it's looking really nice. One more column will make, so at least some content is there to see. TR and then TD. The first TD, I mean in this thing, is Dr. Anjali. The next TD is pediatrics, and the next TD is also yes. Okay, this much is done. Very nice. Now let's directly go to the form, which is the harder part. Before this, I'll also put a heading. H3 heading I'm going to put, saying doctors available. Okay, so next I'm going to go to the form. So this is the harder part for me. I mean, obviously varies from person to person, but yeah. For that, I'll put a H2 heading saying registration form, and then I'm going to go to the form. The next thing I'm going to be doing is label for equals name. Going to close this, and then I'm going to write here name. Okay, next thing is going to be the input type equals text, then ID compulsorily, that is going to be name, and then name again compulsory, that's going to be name, then placeholder, enter your name. I'm going to close this. So you can see that thing has been formed. Next one, we're going to take in the email. So label for equals email. I'm going to close this. I'm going to write email here. The next thing I'm going to do is input type equals email, ID equals email, name equals email, placeholder equals enter your email. Okay, after this what I'm going to do is, you can see that also has come. I'll just add a break statement here so that Similarly, add a break statement here also that comes in next line. Next I'm going to write label for equals, next thing I want is phone number, phone, and then I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to say phone number, and next is input type equals, and usually people write tel also, I'm going to write number. Okay, I'll just go with tel now, like telephone, so tel. Okay, yeah, it both works actually. Type, then id equals phone, then name equals phone, placeholder equals enter your number. Done. One more break I'm going to add here. Yeah, so enter your name, enter your email, enter your number. After that we want to take in age. Let's do quickly. So label for equals age, here I'm going to write in age, then input type equals number, id equals age, name equals age, placeholder equals enter your age. So this is done. Next I'm going to add in break here itself, as you can see. The last one I would like to add is password also I would like to add. So label for equals password, input type equals password, id equals pass, name equals pass, placeholder equals enter your password. Okay, this much is done. It's supposed to be input. Oh, there's no input for this, my bad. Okay, this much is done. Password. Next I want to add the radio buttons to click on the gender. So here radio, remember very carefully, radio buttons will not have label. Directly go to input. You can write a label. I'll show you how. Label, enter your gender, that's it, but there's no id or anything is what I'm trying to say. Enter gender, this will work. Then input type equals radio. There's a lot of syntaxes, that's why there's a lot of confusion in this forms part, because there's so many kinds of categories, so many kinds of input. It's a very confusing syntax end of the day. The only thing is you have to forget, remember, revise, forget, remember, revise. That's how it's going to work, and then finally you'll get practice to it. So type equals to radio, and name equals gender. when you do many projects and they have similar syntaxes, then you get a hang of it. Value male, and then when you close the bracket and write here male, that's when male is going to get displayed below. So again, input type equals radio, name equals gender, the name should be same, remember, and value equals female. Gotta close this and write female. So only either one will get clicked. That's the main role of that. Next, I will want to add which department they want to go. So for this, I'm going to add label for equals depth. I'm going to close this. I hope I'm not making any mistake. If I am, don't worry, I will let you know the correct code as well. I will not leave it hanging. Department. After that, instead of input here, there is a select one in which I'm going to write type. No, I don't. One second. Select and then here option value equals, I'm kind of forgetting, that's why, general medicine. I'll just check how it's coming because I'm sure I've made something. Yeah, for me always comes like this, which I'm sure is wrong. So for now I'll just write within this. Okay, now will come. Yeah, so yeah, there's some mistake which is happening, we'll see. So next option which I want is, as far as it's work, because these HTML are not programming languages, they're just markup, hypertext markup languages, so they're very forgiving. So you make mistakes also, it will show without error, and ultimately, to be frank, that's what even I want. Like there's so much to remember, but if it's working at the end of the day, I do not want to touch it. At least as a beginner level, I'm not an expert, as you can see, I'm still learning. As a beginner, I don't want to mess with any of it. It's working great. So gender, so here, general medicine, I can choose whatever I want. So yeah, the next one I want is a checkbox. So for that, I'm going to use either you can use label and input for each of it. When you're using label and input for each of it, what happens is, even when you touch the letter, it's going to work. If you're not using label, that's also fine. You can use only the input, that also works. I'm going to make it easy and only use the input, so the person has to click on the box, otherwise not selected. That's it. Input type equals checkbox, and the IDs have to be different. That have to remember, IDs have to be different in each of these. And the heading I want to keep here is, I'm going to keep a label and write here reason for visit. This is my label, but this checkbox individually wanted only the inputs. Okay, I just want to make it easier for understanding as a beginner level. General value equals general checkup, and and then I'm going to close that and write general check up. Then again I'm going to open another input and type equals checkbox. IDs have to be different. ID. Now I'm a little confused. Is it value or is it name? I think it is name. Or value and name both will come. Name has to be same for all. I think both value and name will come. I will just see. If there's anything wrong, then we can change later. But name will come, and that name can be reason. I hope I'm not messing up too much. Okay, ID vaccination. Name equals reason. Name is what is sent into the browser, like how it goes value reason, and then it will go general checkup or vaccination, all of that. That you will not be seen to you. The problem is what is not seen to us, that we are finding it hard to understand. And then one more input I will give. Input type equals checkbox. ID equals emergency. Name equals reason. Value equals emergency, and then I'm going to write here emergency. Again, this will not come, just this input. Yeah, now let's see if you're able to click multiple. The main goal of this is to be able to click multiple. Yeah, I'll just use a break statement here and also before it. So reason for visit, hold on, why did this come like this? Okay, check box. Yeah, yeah. There should be no like this. Yeah. The next one, what we want is a submit button in the form. You can see you can click multiple options. Means yes, very good. You've done it very nicely. I'm proud of us. Next one, which I want to submit button. So there I'm going to go for button option, and then type equals submit, and then I'm going to write submit the form here. And also I would like to use a BR statement. Yep. So we are done with the form. I'm so happy with it. And the happiness of being able to, complete a form, because I find personally the form the hardest. I hope there are no mistakes, because as far as it's working, I am not that much going to get bothered by it. But yeah, whatever. Let's move to the next part, which is the section ID equals contact. Remember, we have written on this also. So contact us, I will write here, And then I would like to go for a paragraph tag wherein I will write phone, this number. Actually, I will not write the number because who knows, it might be someone's number. um and then I will use another paragraph tag where I will write email, because all of this content is given purely to me by AI. So maybe healthy life at gmail.com. Yeah, improvise on life. Yeah. So this much is the contact part. Let's see how it's seen. Yeah, it works. Maybe instead of the two paragraphs tag, I will just use a break. So that way I do not require that extra space. Yeah, yeah, that works. And at last, but not the least, I would also like to have a copyright over here in the footer, because we need a footer, so I'm going to use that. And here I'm going to open the thing. Is you can write without the paragraph tag as well, but just to make it more meaningful, we're doing this. So say 2026 healthy, one second, healthy life clinic. Okay, so we're done with the form. Everything is done from I mean, of course it needs some improvisation on that, but the basic part. And I'm so happy. Look, about, it's working. Doctors, yes. Contact, yes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. It took us 30 minutes. I know it's quite long, but just think, if one video is making you revise what we revise in 3 days, I think it's a good deal. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. And if there's any mistake by chance, I'll let you know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.